Hey everybody, welcome back to Mondays with Mark. It's Monday and I'm Mark. Thank you so much for joining me again this Monday. And as always, please, if you take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment about any of the previous videos that I posted or any future videos that you'd like to see, any topics you'd like to see me discuss in the future. Love to see them in the comments section, and I appreciate all the time you guys have put into joining me on this Mondays with Mark journey. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the different types of homes that you will more than likely buy throughout your lifetime and the purpose that they each serve. So it's a misconception that people just buy their forever home right off the bat. Typically, it's at a much higher price point than you are looking for when you're looking for your very first home. They do require a little bit more maintenance, upkeep, land, things like that you need to consider as well. So, what a lot of people do, and we always encourage our clients to do when they're looking for their first home, is to buy homes in stages. And today's video, I want to touch a little bit on each of those stages, what they look like, and the purpose that they serve, ultimately getting to your final destination, which is your dream home or your forever home, as we like to call it. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Now, obviously, the first home is going to be your first home, right? Your first time home buyer, and you're looking for a specific type of home. And what that is you've heard it called many different things. It's your first home, it's a starter home, condos, townhomes, typically things like that. It's a little more modest, it's much more affordable, and they are really perfect for those that are just starting out on their home ownership journey because they offer the main objective of the first time home, and that's to build equity. So when you first enter into the real estate market, and this happens to everybody, you're no different from anybody else. Once you've entered into the home market and you've decided to buy your first home, you don't have equity. You don't have a home that you already own that you can leverage to use that to buy a different home, right? So typically your budget is going to be a little bit to a lot lower than the cost of your, forever home or your dream home. So the purpose of your starter home is to get you into the market. That is literally what its job is. It's kind of like a placeholder for about 5 to 7 years, some as low as three, but typically anywhere between 3 to 7 years. That home is going to appreciate in value and is going to gain equity. And in 3, 5, 7, whenever your life dictates that it's time for you to make another move, now you are going into that move with equity, with leverage, an increased budget, and that's going to widen your options. So when you're looking for your first home, and I've seen this happen many, many times with a lot of my first time home buyer clients, is they have a lot of trouble equalizing their wants, their needs, their dreams to what they can afford. So you always want to understand that for most people, your first home is literally just as a placeholder to start building up equity. So that way we can leverage that into your next home. And your next home may be, you want to change of location, you want to move to a slightly bigger place, or you have had some children and you're looking for a family home in a better school district. Whatever your decision is and whatever your life is dictating makes the most sense for you to move next, you will be going into that move with equity. And equity is going to turn into a healthier budget, and a healthier budget is going to open up a lot of those other options. More bedrooms, more space, more square footage, a finished basement, a backyard. You're going to be able to get closer to schools, things like that, all things that a growing family needs, right? So the starter home helps you buy this family home, right? And then if we're lucky, that family home can also be your forever home. If it checks all your boxes and it works for you and your family for many, many, many years, then amazing, that's great. But like some people, once your kids have grown, they're a little bit more independent or they're out of the house completely, a lot of people then start looking for their dream home. And that dream home is completely different to every single person. And one of the most amazing things I love about London specifically is that you can find any of those dream homes right here in London, whether it's a farm with tons of acreage and you want to raise horses and cows and whatever, we've got that. If you want to go to a nice little modest bungalow townhouse in a nice area, a gated community, we have those. If you're looking for something a little bit more urban in downtown, we have that. If you're looking for a century home that has a lot of character, we have that. If you're looking for a home that you can completely remodel to your exact specifications, we have that too. So whatever it is that your dream home looks like for you, we find that in London. And again, we use the equity that we have built in to the family home from the starter home to buy that dream home or forever home. And ideally, you saved up and built up enough equity that when you move into your forever home, it's either best case scenario completely paid off and you're mortgage free, or it's a substantially less amount of mortgage, which translates into lower monthly payments. And as we all get into those golden years of our lives where we're retired, we want to save as much money as we possibly can. And this is just a great way to do it. Put some extra money in your bank account, lower those monthly expenses, and enjoy your dream home for as long as you possibly can. So, those are basically the three stepping stones. You've got your starter home, you've got your family home, which can potentially turn into your forever home, and then you've got your dream home. And they all start with that starter home. So, if you're a first time home buyer, well, that's exactly why we should meet first and foremost. I'm happy to help answer any questions that you may have and guide you to any of the vendors or any of the people that you may need to make this process a whole lot easier. But when you're looking for your first home, you always want to ask yourself the question, can I live with this for 3 to 5 to 7 years? And then turn that into the home that has all of your wants, all of your needs, all of your must haves and your dreams. Because if you can, that home in 3, 5, 7 years is going to appreciate, build up that equity, use that as leverage once we sell that home to buy that home that is going to check every single one of your boxes. So stay the course, stay the process. I know it sounds a lot on paper. 3 to 7 years sounds like a long time, but it's really not. I mean, think about 3 years ago, how quickly that went by. So that is the power of the first home, your starter home. And that's exactly what you want to think about when you're looking for it and you're out there. Typically, you're not looking for someone that's going to check every single one of your boxes. We're looking for something that's going to check enough while still maintaining your budget and is going to appreciate and build that equity. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, um, my information is never hard to find. You can find me here on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook. I do Mondays with Mark as a real form as well. If you're looking for a little bit more of a condensed version, you can find me over there. Instagram, all of that good stuff. Or call, text, email me. I'm happy to set up a time for us to sit down and have a conversation so you can find out how me and my team can help you and your family realize your real estate dreams. So thank you so much for joining me again this Monday. Stay safe. Have a great week. I'll see you next Monday with Mark.